the last time we left the coven, they were in Covenant House and eating a light breakfast before deciding on their plans for the day, when Mona made a bold challenge to their green-haired compatriot.
Not so bold as just curious. I know you're not telling me something. And Hannah, you know that I can't say certain things, so if this is one of those situations, I understand.
As someone of your background and experience, you must know that secrets hold power. I really didn't think about how I wanted to answer this question.
Do you want to sleep on it, Hannah? This does make you mighty suspicious.
Who are you?
I need to think about that one.
Yeah.
It's just, you know, when you've been so many people, it's hard to remember all the time exactly everyone you've been.
Okay. So you're telling me that you know me when you were a different person.
I feel like you would remember me if you remembered me. I mean, I've got pretty cool hair.
What are Ermengarde and Parallax doing around the breakfast table?
I'm actually very intrigued by Mona's question because I also wasn't sure how Hannah knew us. And actually, I thought Mona knew Hannah in some way, and I just went along with it. So now I'm like,
I also thought Mona and Parallax knew Hannah. Also, Hannah, what do you mean by different people?
Well, you know, now you're Ethyl, but before you weren't Ethyl, and now I'm Hannah, and before I might not have been Hannah. Before that, I'm pretty sure I was somebody else, but it's been a while. It's been a long time.
How old are you, Hannah?
I'm not that old. Just life is long. Life is always.
Is this Hannah's true form? Can I look with my mage or prime sight and see if this is...
Yes, you can, but also give me an intelligence occult check.
Okay.
Hannah is very uncomfortable by these questions. They did not expect it to be asked. Kind of just was going to go along and...
I let you go on for this long. Just one success.
So, with your prime sight up, Hannah, do you have any active life spells?
I always have... Oh, what is it I always have on? I think I always have Spirit Sight on as part of my radical neocologist.
Yeah, actually, that's an attunement, and like mage armor, it doesn't even read as a spell, and it also can't be countered. So it's just part of your soul. And that means that you don't have any spells active.
Mm-hmm.
You do know that people can be changed by spells. And when they're changed by spells, they can be permanent, and that spell would no longer read. Typically, spells leave a nimbus behind that you could search for to see if there had ever been someone who cast a spell on Hannah. But the problem with living things is that their auras constantly shift and change, and they're also impacted by many, many spells. So unlike an object where you can go and see someone who's cast a spell on it a long time ago, it's very hard to pick out particular nimbuses from a living person's pattern.
Okay. I'm going to ask Hannah. I see you have no spells on you. Did someone do this to you? Was it consensual?
I don't remember exactly. There, well, you, and Hannah's about to say something and then remembers that she wasn't going to tell you a thing if they weren't going to tell you a thing. Well, I mean, there might have been some magic. Might have been me, might have been someone else. It might have been me, but I don't remember. It probably was me. But sometimes you just don't really want to remember some stuff.
And that's fair, but Hannah, how do I put this nicely?
We're friends. That's all you need to know, right?
How can we trust you? Why don't you tell me an Atlantean that we can, and you mean us no harm, and that we are friends?
Those things are true.
Do you say that in Atlantean?
Yeah, I say in Atlantean, of course we're friends, and I don't mean you harm at all. Or no, I don't mean you any harm.
So
Why is it special that she can do that? Can't we all do that?
Oh, lesson time. When you speak in Atlantean, you kind of have to tell the truth.
Anna's just drinking their coffee.
But of course, it could just be a technical truth, something that mages are known for doing. And with that, I'm actually going to have Hannah, would you do a presence or manipulation plus persuasion +2 for using high speech?
Do I counter
Sweet.
that?
And I'm going to use my fancy
It's
dice.
not actually something that you would counter against. It's more like how believable does Hannah see?
Hannah is nervous. Hannah does not like talking about their past. Roll one again. 1, 2, 2 success.
With 2 successes, Et isn't more than Mona's resolve, I don't think. But what's everyone's resolve actually?
2.
Oh, it is. That is Mona's resolve. So Parallax, how many? 2. So Ethyl, you are kind of suspicious of this. It sounds like the truth, but it doesn't really sound like the truth.
Oh no.
Oh no. So suspicious she left. Hannah doesn't think that they mean harm, but is confused about what they're supposed to be doing, what path they're on, and have some concerns about where that path might lead. But they don't mean harm. They really don't think that they do.
To
They just don't really
Parallax,
trust themselves.
to Parallax and Mona, it does sound like they are trying to be earnest. Like this is their true soul's expression to you. And that expression is kind of like, yeah, you can trust me as much as you can trust a person. And with your resolve of 2, you're not particularly strong-willed when it comes to believing people. Whereas Ethel, you've had to deal with all of this political backstabbing your entire life inside your family, and it just doesn't seem quite genuine to you.
No one tells the truth at family parties. Hannah, why did you want to be part of our, what did we call it? Coven? Cult? Group?
Cabal?
Cabal? Why did you want to be part? Thanks, Mona. Why do you want to be part of our cabal so badly?
Well, doesn't anyone want to be part of a cabal? We're very social creatures. I mean, I haven't been part of a cabal in what, 5 years or so, something like that.
Is that how long I haven't been at the cabal, Rudy? Has it been 5 years since the cabal?
Yeah, you could technically claim that you were part of the White Putnams, which is Chain's cabal, but you were never really a part of that cabal. It has been 5 years since your last cabal disbanded.
Yeah, I'm trying to put together the pieces where Hannah is from. Good to know.
I've been alone for a while. I mean, I've been part of in and out of the Free Council a bit, but I've been alone for a while, which is fine. I mean, I don't mind being alone, but sometimes you forget how to interact with other humans. And it's nice to be part of a cabal teamwork, and you were just there being attacked, and then I was there helping, and it just felt like good old times again.
Yeah, good old times. Man, remember Styx?
He was always such a butt.
Ha! Got you! You know Styx.
The band?
Did it? Yeah, the band.
No.
They died.
You know Styx. You said you were in a cabal 5 years ago. That's when my cabal disbanded. Styx was part of that cabal, and you know Styx too, and you know me. Who are you?
Can Hannah just change faces?
You can do that. It would take just a life spell for you.
I tricked you with my words.
Let's see if I can do it like temporarily.
You can do it temporarily, or you can do it permanently at your level of life mastery.
I think I want to do it temporarily because Hannah doesn't want to wear that face anymore. So Hannah's nimbus is these like ghostly flayed hands that are pulling at them, and like a wave of hands just moves up their body, and Dorothy, who also had green hair and was very like hippie, crunchy college girl, very quickly blushes a lot and then goes back to Hannah and says, I'm not that person anymore.
You're alive. I'm going to, can I hug you? I thought you were kidnapped at the asylum.
I back away. I don't want to hug. I was kidnapped. It was bad.
I'm so sorry.
They took Hannah away, or they took Dorothy away, and now I'm Hannah.
I'm so sorry, Hannah, that happened to you. I couldn't find you.
I don't think anybody found me. But then I found me sometime later. Or else I found me.
Yeah, you found Hannah.
Hannah is so much better at walking down roads than Dorothy ever was.
Yeah, you're great at walking down roads.
Both of you take a beat.
Glad to see you guys.
I think that definitely fulfills Mona's aspiration there.
Yeah.
And Ermengarde, you still have Learn Magic as one of your... Yeah, I think you should take a beat for learning about high speech. You can only tell the truth.
I would rather not I'd rather not have my past stories become rumors in circles. This could be a little cabal insider tale, right?
Yeah.
I'm still not sure exactly how I got out or who was doing everything. I don't really have a head for politics and...
Hey, don't worry about it, Hannah. If you need help figuring it out, I have a pretty good head for politics, so you can come to me if ever you feel ready for figuring it out.
No, we'll just stay away. We'll just...
That's fine too.
We're on new journeys now.
Yeah, yeah.
New ways for the world to end.
Oh man. In my head, I'm thinking like,
Well, this
man, you've gone through something bad, probably. So I'm not gonna push.
This is probably very confusing.
yeah, this is a lot for breakfast. Can we have a house rule? And it's that everyone keeps their skin on at meal times.
And Hannah's just gonna go, you got it, and then just like have the skin flay back over their arm.
I'm gonna go get some mana for the day, and I'm gonna walk out with a cup of tea in my hands.
You find that most of the mana has already been extracted for the day, but it has filled up another point of mana. The rest of you are in the kitchen as Mona walks off with teacup in a rather awkward silence, when Brother Finnegan bursts into the kitchen and says, "Oh, do I smell coffee? Someone around here has got sense." He pours himself a cup and then takes a flask from inside his jacket and pours some of that in as well, and then joins the three of you at the quiet table.
So what's wrong with you, Brother Finnegan? Parallax has a million evil versions.
Well,
Hannah's skin comes off, and she, I guess, used to be a different person. Mona seems normal
Hey.
for now, but is taking care of us, so...
I mean, I got stabbed. I got stabbed and it hurts a lot, he says.
Yeah, normal people get stabbed. That was unfortunate.
Well, I've got another secret to tell you. I believe in Jesus. I believe that Jesus was real.
Spits their tea out.
Died for our sins, all that. It's real. I know. I get a lot of slack for it, but it's everyone can come to it in their own way.
Say it in high speech.
He does. And as he says it in high speech, you see like his eyes glow, and there's like a faint saintly aura around him, almost a halo, but it envelops his whole body in like a low glowing light. And he says, "Jesus was king just like Elvis."
Everyone comes to understand the never-ending nature of life in their own way. I'm going to go find Mona.
And that's what made Hannah uncomfortable enough to leave the table.
Yeah, I'm gonna stick out my coffee mug and to Brother Finnegan. Is like, you hook a brother up real quick, buddy.
Happy to share. Happy to share.
Thank you. This has been a weird morning. All right. What was on the agenda for today?
Well, I figure we ought to deal with all those people coming to kill you. Or, I don't know, maybe all of the yous coming to kill me's. I don't think I liked it.
I'm not too worried about either of those, really. I mean, we'll take it in stride as it comes along.
Oh.
It is what it is.
Yeah, take it in stride. Take it in stride.
Yeah.
You want to go to a hospital, Brother Finnegan?
Oh, no. It's best not to involve the authorities. They're usually seers.
Sears?
Yeah. They're kind of like boogeymen. You imagine people with powers like ours, but they don't feel the need to protect others, and they do all sorts of terrible things.
Comforting.
Just gonna be out in the backyards. That's Ermengarde.
I'm also going to see what's happening at that well. Seems wonderful place. Clear air.
So outside, Hannah was finding Mona and just. So what have you been up to in the last 5 years?
Well, as you know, the cabal disbanded.
Was that before or after I was kidnapped?
Well, I don't know if you know, but Styx died.
Heard that through the grapevine a bit.
And Parallax.
Some people didn't like us.
No. And Parallax was kicked out of the area. Yeah, I kind of was on my own for a while. Kind of went through a grieving period and befriended all the bars in the Boston area. And then I found, I joined Shane Paris's group. He took me under his wing for a bit, got my head on straight, and then I learned a lot about politics through that because, you know, Shane is part of that whole group. And then, he set me on this mission where I had to go get Parallax back and, fix everything going on around here, that timey-wimey stuff. Yeah, so that's where I've been the past 5 years. I've definitely learned a lot politics-wise and just the streets of Boston.
Probably around now that Ethyl Stubbs emerges from the back door because they didn't last that long in conversation with Brother Finnegan.
Oh, hey Ethel.
Inside, Brother Finnegan leans into Parallax and says, "Right, so have you been thinking at all about how we might fight them?"
I mean, they're in essence me, right? So.
Right, but I mean, there's got to be some sort of time duplicate of you. You're time space mage, right?
Oh that's the point. There's multiple duplicates of me, and I'm very curious as to what they're up to. I'm not exactly sure my play yet, but I'm trying to, get a handle because I feel like what they're doing might be directly related to sort of the disruption and time magic in the area.
Well,
so I haven't really.
It seems that they've all got swords, and you don't seem to have a sword. And, well, I'm just concerned that when it's 1v1, the guy with the sword wins.
Well, I mean, I lost my sword before. I mean, how hard is it for them to lose theirs? Or I can just take one of theirs. Yeah. But.
Excellent point. I suppose I'll try to focus on getting you that sword then, when we inevitably run into combat with your murderous alter egos.
I'm hoping to avoid that. We'll see, perhaps not immediately engaging in combat with them. See, it really depends on how plays out. But I'm hoping that we can have them see reason.
Yeah, seemed like a reasonable bunch. All the stabbing and the murdering. He
Well,
shrugs.
I mean, yeah. Well, that was an unfortunate turn of events. I do apologize. I'm glad it didn't turn out to be worse. But
do you think they're responsible for all the killings in the city?
no, I'm more worried about the tattooed guy and her and his friend. I wonder what they had in it.
Well, anyone murdered by the arrows, they'd declare that in front of the Consillium. I mean, there isn't much of a Consillium these days, but they probably would have told the counselors, and they would have told most folk, and Chain Paris would have heard about it from them.
Well, I mean, I don't trust the Nemean or the council at all these days, so I can't trust them to get anything done. So whether they're passing the messages along as they should, who knows? It could be. But yeah, I have a few ideas. Not exactly sure how what we're going to play out in the future, but I have high hopes.
I just feel like we could walk out the door and have them surround us at any moment. We should have a plan. Be ready for any inevitable combat situation. Each one of us has a role to play in protecting the team. And your role's perhaps the most important with your space magic. Can't you create some sort of counter curse to keep them off our backs?
Perhaps. What exactly, or what kind of plan did you have in mind?
I'm no space master, but I'm sure there's these things called bans and they keep folk out.
Oh, I mean, I could, well, that's the one thing. I'm not exactly sure how that would work on banning other parallaxes from coming in here, because I feel like that would perhaps ban myself. I could certainly give it a shot, but
I do see that. What about swords? You could just ban all the swords. I imagine that you and Finnegan have some like more combat talks while the rest of the crew outside divvies up that mana. Mona, I know that you're holding a lot of mana right now. Are you planning to give it out, or are you gonna keep secreting it away?
I'm gonna offer some to Hannah and Ethyl and see if they need any, and then I'm gonna hold on to it for emergencies.
Gosh, I only have 1 mana.
Oh, here.
I would
give
love
you
some mana.
I'm gonna give you.
I've been throwing spells around and.
Yeah, I got you. I hand you 3 mana.
Wow. Thank
Ethyl,
you.
do you need any?
I feel fine.
Okay.
Thank you, though.
I'm gonna give you a 4th one, Hannah.
Thanks. This is great.
Good.
Just muttering, I'm never going to turn into a worm again. This.
I just take that in.
So,
By far, not the weirdest
so
thing that's been
someone's
said
coming
this morning.
to.
Yeah, seriously.
So, I had an experience last night that has led me to believe that we should go back to that really terrifying thing with the clouds and the time hole and the snake eating itself thing, Ethel's house. Yeah, that's pretty important in terms of fate of the world and stuff.
Okay.
Jeff, do you think that the people after Parallax would expect us to go on a road trip to the spooky place.
Maybe. I do have a plan for that. I think I have some of this blood left on my shoe, and I think I can probably come up with some sort of shield spell around
Ooh.
Parallax using that. So at least that one guy, your friend from your awakening won't kill him.
Or Ethel just turns and walks to the front yard. It's just too much. No one's in the front yard, right?
Well,
Sorry, Ethel.
as you walk around the old stone building,
Oh God, don't.
number one, roll a wits plus composure check to set the scene with how many details Ermengarde is noticing. And then I leave them. One success.
One success.
Okay.
We've learned. Don't separate them.
Don't let Ethel walk off.
Should we stop her? It's too late.
As Ethel walks to the front yard, she sees that there is a car parked just so it's not even like there's that much space between the house and the street. There's just this old stone wall between the driveway and the road, and it's parked in between the driveway and the road on a patch of grass there. The car is unusual. You don't think you've ever seen a make or model like it. It's got a gray color to it with these long like fins. It's almost like a racing car, but it's a convertible, and it's also got these two big spikes on it. It's very unusual. It's a car unlike any that you've seen before, and it's empty, so there's no one in it.
Tops down on it.
Yeah, the top's down, you think. You don't actually see where
Alright.
the top would be stored.
And it's just in our yard.
Yeah, it's just outside the stone wall.
We'll walk over and check it out.
Great.
No.
As you walk over to the car, it starts. It just goes. The lights
Nope.
flash on and point at you.
There's nowhere to hide, Ethel.
Ethel starts noping out of that. And give me a dexterity composure check, I guess.
Oh my god, I'm gonna get run over by a ghost car. The phantom car.
No successes.
No.
Okay, so that car
I rolled
drives straight at you, and you try to scramble over the stone wall, but your foot slips on one of the stones. You fall directly in front of the car. The car stops less than a foot away from hitting you, and it rumbles in the engine again. And then the lights turn off, the engine turns off.
What?
Do we hear any of that?
I guess you do, yeah.
My eyes widen. I look at Hannah and I start
It's-
running.
Start running
Running.
around the far side of the house to get back in.
Yeah, I think that Finnegan's comes running from the inside. Parallax, do you also run out?
Oh yeah, definitely.
All right, everyone's in the front yard.
Mhm.
Quick, get inside!
Do I see anything weird with my spirit sight on that empty car?
Oh yeah, that car's a spirit. It's inhabited by some sort of wolf spirit, you're pretty sure. You can see it. It's made one with the car.
That's a powerful spirit spell. That is not a naturally occurring thing.
Nope,
Cards are
it is
not
not.
wolves. Yeah, no. Yeah, I'm gonna roll investigate spirit. What is
yes,
this?
spirit gnosis sounds right.
Yeah. That can't tell me like a nimbus around
I think
anything.
that in this case it might be able to.
All right. That's. So if we're outside of the house, do I still get to reroll 9s, or are we still? Is it? We're still on the
Yeah, this
property.
is like it's a mini field trip with Parallax.
Okay. Ooh. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 successes.
With 4 successes, you can't see a direct nimbus, but you do see that on the wolf's spirit form, there are raking claw marks, as if it had been attacked in the spirit realm. They look like they've mostly been healed, but the spirit is here. And is anyone else using any other mage sites on this situation? Mona?
Prime site.
Prime site. Strangely, spirits don't register on prime site, and it's not an enchanted car. It's just a gray car.
It's really weird for Hannah because they really dislike cars. They are. If Hannah had a bane, it would probably be cars. But that it is infused with this animal spirit is very jarring, and I don't know if I like it. Is this an improvement or is this an abomination? I'm not sure, but I have very strong feelings about it and want to know more / want to be.
Parallax, you do know that time is passing and you are approaching that 24-hour deadline for when the arrow shows up to take your name / kill you.
All right, guys, let's.
Not even phased.
Okay, well, Parallax, I want to try putting a protection spell on you for the tattooed guy, that tattooed face guy.
Yeah, like a prime ward to protect him from spells?
Yes, and also I have his blood on my boot.
I think you can definitely use that as a yantra for a +2 bonus against that guy casting spells. So if there's a clash of wills, you'll get a bonus on it.
Okay. And
for your reaches on this spell, I think this is probably a prime 3 spell. So you could make it last for a scene with no overreach, or you could make it last until you put it down, permanent, if you wanted to overreach by 1.
I think I will. I have prime 4. I feel confident.
So you overreach by 1, and you're using the wrench as a yantra?
Yeah, and I'm touching Parallax.
Mm-hmm. So the blood for +2, the wrench for +1 reduces paradox risk, and you could use a third yantra if you'd like to.
I'll speak in Atlantean.
For +2. So you get the full +5 bonus on this spell, and there's only a chance to have paradox.
Okay. So
Paradox does not occur.
Phew. And I'm rolling just prime gnosis, right? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So that's 13 dice pool. Man. Well, I got 2 successes.
So you craft a ward around Parallax that looks as though it will prevent any outside spell casting, and more specifically, it will really stop that person's spells if he shows up.
Okay, cool. Also, can I also incorporate his own blood so his own clones can't as well?
You could try to do that as a separate spell. I'm going to say that you would need his blood and not in his body his blood.
Hey, Parallax, can I have some of your blood?
Oh, God. Why?
Please. I'm gonna put a protection spell on you so your clones don't attack you.
No, that would just make it so I couldn't cast spells on myself.
Is it? The only ward would be on you, not on them.
But you're using my blood to cast a ward on myself, so that would make it so I couldn't cast spells on myself, right?
To be fair, you've never done any sort of casting quite like this. You're not entirely sure how it would work.
I don't know how else to convince you.
I am happy by the notion, but no, I have to politely decline. Thank you, though.
Okay.
In regards to Stomps her foot, have we all forgotten the car just tried to kill me? I know we're worried that Parallax might die in all of his other Parallaxes, but a car just tried to kill me that I believe is still on the other side of the house.
Do you think we should, I don't know, maybe stab it? Or whatever you do to cars, says Finnegan.
What? You drive your car and you don't know what to do with cars?
All
I
right,
honestly
take
thought
the
I
wheels
could've
off.
stabbed it.
That's
Yeah,
not a bad idea.
I can like dismantle the car so it won't move, but why is it moving? Can't we just take it? It looks like a nice car. I want
It
it.
is a spirit car. Someone in particular might have put a wolf spirit in this car. This is not just a enchanted car. This is a
It's a whale.
highly aggressive abomination.
Oh.
Hannah, did you put a wolf spirit in the car?
No, no.
All right, I don't
That's
think I
the
even need you to
worst.
say
This
that
is-
one in high speech.
Hannah's gonna go and like go out and look at the car. It's just disgusted. Just gonna go and like try
I'm
to
gonna
figure
go
out
as
what's going
well.
on.
Yeah,
I'm gonna
as
join you.
as you walk out to the car, the headlights flash on.
Can I tell anything beyond that? This is just a wolf spirit. Is this a? Oh, I would have to roll for it to figure out like what it's.
Yeah.
I'm going to use my prime magic.
Like motivation.
Oh, I mean my forces magic and pull the electricity out.
Okay.
Oh, makes me wait. I got 3 successes.
With 3 successes, you notice that the car. Oh, do you have specific questions that you want to ask about the car?
I would like to know its name, but I guess goals isn't. I ask, like, does it have a particular goal or a drive?
So
Drive.
the ban of this spirit is the new moon. And the goal of this spirit, it seems, is to work for you or something similar to that. It seems subservient to you. And the next thing that happens is Mona pulls all the electricity out of the car and just
No, wait. This.
Don't worry. I can put it back later. I jump in the car.
Okay,
You
get
got in the where car?
into the where car. As you do, Mona, give me a dexterity plus wits check.
Can I actually, Mona would do this first. Can I change it to I look under the hood of the car? Because that's what she would do.
Yeah, you open up the hood of the car and give me a dexterity plus wits check.
Okay.
Car bits.
Man, I'm not rolling well today. 0.
So what happens is you quickly find the latch to open the hood. You flip it up and you start looking, and immediately as you do that, with the like rod in place to hold it up, the rod slips and the engine door slams down on both your hands. You take 2 points of bashing damage.
Oh, this has happened to me before. No big deal in real life. I'm standing there with my fingers stuck and I say, ow, can someone open this please quickly? Wait,
Okay, so Hannah's gonna run over and just.
I can actually do it with my brain, but thank you.
Open. That wasn't very nice.
I can control temperature, so I'm gonna
Ice your hands.
ice my hands. Yeah.
Done.
Okay, my hands are iced. I'm gonna. Did you opened it back up for me? Thanks. I'm gonna keep looking.
Yeah, the engine's unusual. It's got strange spikes.
Holding it.
Like every piece of this car is custom.
Oh, this is a nice car.
It's not being very nice.
Oh, it's so nice. Oh,
I
yeah.
think this car wants to work for me. That's weird.
Ask it why it almost rolled over Ethel.
I don't know if I can do that with the electricity out. Is it still?
The spirit is alive and moving still. The removal of the electricity has stopped it from being able to move its physical body. It's like if you used a life spell to remove all of the carbohydrates from a person. In theory, it might still be able to move, but it's in discomfort and not easily.
Okay. I'm going to. I can't believe I'm doing this. And I funnel some spirit snacks. What's it called? Essence.
Essence? Where are you getting this essence from? I haven't been specific about this before.
Oh, you have. Before I channeled it from the witch statue in Salem. There aren't many spirits around our house.
There are plenty of spirits, but they are manifested. Huh?
Yeah. They're right.
Yeah, they're on this side of the gauntlet, all these spirits. It's unusual to have this many spirits on this side, and you don't see very many in the shadow at all. You could easily feed any of those spirits to the wolf car. The car probably wants electricity more than it wants essence, though.
Yeah, that's probably true.
I can give it back electricity, but
yeah, I want to try and talk to it without giving it essence and just because I just talk to spirits. Say, look, car, we can give you your juice back, but you have to be nice and well-mannered, which I know is difficult for you because that is not your nature on either fronts, neither wolves nor cars, either of those things.
There's like the sound of a starter being fired, but the spark plug just won't go.
Yeah, you too. Look. If you want to do my will, you have to do things my way. You can use all of your muscle and your gross rubber tires to attack and defend this territory, or you can leave, and I will make you leave.
Yeah, it sounds like an intimidation check.
Hmm.
Show that
Is
card.
that an intimidation and spirit?
I think intimidation plus one of your ability scores.
Mona, is
Okay.
Hannah threatening the car?
Also, add a +2 bonus for your spirit powers.
Okay.
I think she's trying to reason
Intimidation
with it.
is
Much more reasonable.
Yeah.
resolve and intimidation, composure, manipulation and intimidation.
Yeah, manipulation, intimidation. That sounds
well,
appropriate.
I don't actually have intimidating. Hannah's not usually very good at this, but +2, sure.
Okay.
Don't worry, I removed all the electricity from it, so it won't try to run you over again.
Thanks. It's really that time.
I have 3 successes.
Okay. So even though you're not normally intimidating, you kind of feel like you cowed this car. The car is like not making angry noises at you for a moment. If it
Do
was
not like cars.
yeah, if it was an animal, you think it would be kind of listening to you right now.
Oh,
All right.
Ethyl, you could probably like affect cars with your death magic. Because doesn't oil come from dinosaurs? Is this a real thing?
Only one way to find out.
Well,
I'm in
I
the
feel
curse
like
of the dinosaurs.
I feel like Mona should know this because she knows cars really well, but try to commune with the dinosaur oil.
I think I'll leave the cars to you, Mona. Though I do turn on my death sight. I'm curious if the car shows anything with that.
No, the car does not
Mona, I'm
show
putting on my death sight.
a terrible amount of death, actually. You don't think that this car has been involved in a lot of fatal accidents. Certainly not more than the rest of the cabal.
It doesn't have any death on it. It's probably why it wanted me.
I don't think it was. I think it was just trying to scare you. It didn't stop, right? I mean, you are here. You didn't like undeath yourself this time.
That is true. It did stop.
Maybe where a car could be used against those 2 guys trying to kill Parallax. I mean,
Maybe.
if we have to work with the car, maybe we could do something good. Maybe. Where is Parallax?
He's here, hanging out.
Yeah, I'm right
Are
here.
you? Okay, good. I wasn't sure, and I was really worried that maybe we weren't doing our babysitting job. And okay. Consequences.
Right. Well, are we ready to start our day then? We can take my car. Betsy's much nicer.
Yes, she is. Brother Fingan, is there any like loopholes to the adamantium arrows that you know of that would break a contract or somehow stop these guys from attacking Parallax?
Well, contracts, that's a serious deal. As for making them stop attacking Parallax, as long as they've been charged to do it, most likely by someone from the Silver Ladder or just one of the other arrows, they're not likely to stop unless we can convince them. They mentioned that Hydra counselor, didn't they?
Yes. Hydra is the Moros counselor.
Oh, maybe if we could find them, we could convince them.
All right. Let me give him a call. I pick up my wrench phone, and I'm going to talk with Hydra.
Yeah, the nearest phone to Hydra rings.
Yes. I changed the ringing noise, because I can control the ringing noise, to, hello, may I please speak to Hydra?
Oh, hello there, dear.
Hi, Hydra. This is Mona.
Ah, yes, I've been expecting this phone call.
Aha. So, would you like to have the coffee, or would you like to talk to me over the phone?
I think it'd be best if we met in person.
Okay, but only if you promise not to kill Parallax while we meet.
I'm so sorry about what's happened to your friend. They seem to be an abyssal verge, and they are creating all calamity in this world. It's centered in and around them from what I've seen in the cards, and frankly, that can't exist.
But couldn't you go after his doubles? Because he himself is the best version.
I think that perhaps we've all been giving him too many chances. I once had a friend named Potestus, and he conducted experiments on sleepers. I'm not sure how much you know about awakening, dear, but it's not something that can be forced. It takes time. And when people are pushed too quickly, sometimes they're pushed right over the edge.
I do know this. It's definitely not a process to be forced.
Well, that is precisely what happened with your good friend, Professor Durham.
Who's Professor Durham?
Low-key dropping Parallax's real name.
Oh. Well, to our Parallax or his alternate?
Your Parallax, 5 years ago, when the accident that created him, Potestus would have called it an experiment,
Oh.
he saw something, and at that point, the Nemean argued that he should be kept alive and placed within your cabal. The Nemean did not have our best interests in mind, I believe.
Huh. Well, it hasn't, even though his awakening had been forced, which is a pretty bad thing. That would be Potestus's actions. As you can see, Parallax actions have proven to be trying to prove himself innocent and fixing the mistakes of his parallel selves. And I think that you might be choosing the easiest path of rectifying this mistake that wasn't even his instead of the right correction.
And as an Obrimos mage, when you say the right, I'm assuming that you are speaking the truest speech in an effort to persuade this person. Let's roll a presence persuasion check.
Okay.
+2 with that high speech.
Okay. Just one. Can I
Use a willpower. Normally you should declare that beforehand, but yes, this time I'll let you roll 3 more dice.
Thank you. Why am I rolling so badly? I just got a 1.
You do declare this thing, and it seems the truth to you.
Yeah.
But you feel on the other end of the line her wry smile, as if she just thinks that you're naive.
I sense that. Okay. I'm going to say in the phone, I might be naive and on the newer side of mages, but I also think it's good to have a pair of fresh eyes to look into the system and see the flaws.
Yes, I could use a pair of fresh eyes. I've got spectacles that can show you what I see. They're old eyes, but perhaps you could use their wisdom. I'm not going to tell you my address, but you're going to come to me.
For the spectacles?
Yes.
Are you still gonna try to kill Parallax?
Only after you agree that he needs to be removed.
You really think you can convince me?
I know that you love your friends, isn't that right, dear? But when this world...
Yes, I do. I give them heart-shaped gummies every day. Yes.
Your love has made you blind. It is a lesson that the young need to learn. And in this case, you're gambling the fate of the world. Come to my vista. Get into your nearest car and drive. Drive north. You'll find the way, I'm confident.
Okay.
Phone hangs up.
Yeah. I put my wrench slowly down. Well, she's not calling off her dogs. And she wants to convince me that you should die. So that's how that conversation went.
It didn't sound like it went well.
No. I'm gonna call Numa.
I love that you have this spell.
Me too. I love it.
Good times. Good times.
It says, may I please speak to Numa? May I please speak to Numa?
It rings for a bit. It rings for a bit more. Rings for a bit more. Someone picks up the phone. Yes.
Hello, Numa.
Who is this? Is it that witch?
Yes, it's Mona.
Right, right. Shouldn't you be bothering Mr. Paris? I've got enough on my plate.
Oh. No, I was hoping to talk to you, actually.
Of course you were. Speak.
Oh man, I wasn't prepared for this. So we seem to have a problem. One of the counselors is actively sending assassins to Parallax, and while you had me...
Yes, the Parallax problem. I am quite aware. It seems that we've been able to place him at the scene of those other crimes, but there's more than one. We're not sure which one. Is it yours? Yes.
Yes.
That's one of the many balls that I am juggling at the moment.
Yes. So, yeah. And, well...
Are you saying that we shouldn't be sending assassins after someone who is killing the mages in our city? Right, no, you made that vow. Why did I let them? No, it's because, right, what can I do for you?
Well, you see, we did make this vow, and now Hannah and I are being put in the situation where we have assassins chasing us everywhere while we're trying to prove our innocence for you.
Yes, well, that vow was made through the Guardians of the Veil, and I simply cannot help you in my position as a counselor. If I was the hierarch and had command over the other counselors, then perhaps I could make my will known to them. But as it is, I am but a slave to the governance of this city.
Yes, but you did create the vow and you have the power to undo it.
No, that was the porcelain mask one. Shadow Chorus, I think Angerona, or maybe it was Discordia. The Guardians, I believe they can be reached at the Emerald Scroll if you're trying to find who can undo that oath of yours. I was there as a witness only, and of course as an official for the city of Boston.
While he's talking, can I see what his nimbus is? I want to...
Not over the phone.
Dang. Okay. All right, I'm going to say, well, kitten!
That guy's putting up with that remarkably well.
I'm going to say, well, you seem to be very busy.
Yes.
What else are you dealing with? Maybe we could help. Have some insight.
No. I think that you're helping quite enough by simply engaging with this particular problem. It's not my position to interfere with your actions here. There are already interested parties.
Well, thank you for picking up Numa, and
yes, don't call back again.
Longer. I won't.
He hangs up.
Okay, I'm gonna call Angerona at the Emerald Scroll.
So, you start calling about all the members of the Mage government one by one, and this time no one picks up. It's 5 minutes and there's no answering machine.
No answering machine. I wasn't expecting one. Okay, what if I try calling Discordias?
You don't know who Discordia is.
Okay. Oh, kitten. Okay. Kind of running out on people.
But let me check how lucky number works here.
Okay. So fluffy.
Uh-huh. It does not require sympathy even.
I am lucky.
Yeah,
I have lucky break.
You can just call the nearest number.
Okay. I do that, and I make the phone ring to say, may I please speak to Discordia? May I please speak to Discordia?
Who told you that name?
Oh.
Says the woman's voice from across the phone.
Numa did. Hi, I'm Mona.
Yes, Mona. Excellent. Ooh, and what can I offer you today, Mona?
Were you the one who created the vow that I am under with Parallax?
No, that was my sister. We're in separate locations, each cleaning our own mess, but I am sure that I could reach them for you. Your call didn't go through, did it?
You are correct.
There are no phones in the Emerald Scroll. The real Emerald Scroll, that is.
This I know nothing about.
That actually might not be true, given all of your knowledge of politics. Give me an politics check.
Intelligence politics?
Mm-hmm.
While Mona's making all these phone calls, I'm going to go look in the car again. Now I'm pretty positive it's not going to murder me.
Hannah is also joining Ethel and just looking at the car, not touching it, but getting real close and trying to figure out, okay, how can I make this better? How can I make it better?
A car that needs electricity still needs electricity.
Yeah, still waiting on electricity, but maybe Hannah's getting some twigs and just like sticking it inside of the rubber gasket around the door is just like a bunch of twigs around it, like eyelashes.
Oh, that's nice, Hannah. It gives it character. I'm opening glove boxes in the trunk and everything else.
Yeah, the car would shift if it could shift, but it can't.
Ooh, the trunk. Yeah, let's leave it open. This is actually kind of cozy. And Hannah's just gonna get a bunch of leaves, just put a bunch of leaves, just a bunch of dried leaves into the trunk. It's gonna be a great den. Okay. Just spending the entire phone calls putting dried leaves and sticks in the car.
Mona, what are you saying to this creepy voice on the other end of this phone call?
I got a 2. What do I know about the Emerald Scroll?
Okay, you're pretty sure that the Emerald Scroll is the home base of Davy Jones. That's where the Free Council has their meetings a lot of the times. The Dead Wrens are based out of there, and you were just there before you went off to the land that must not be named. But they definitely are not on the same page as the Guardians. That's weird.
Yeah.
Actually, you think that you heard something about the Guardians having a feud over the Emerald Scroll.
Possibly with the Dead Wrens. Okay. So Discordia tells me, oh, you can't reach them. So I'm going to say in response, could you connect me to her?
We're under radio silence, but I can do a great many things. What would you give to me? Or maybe just a favor?
I would give you all my memories from
Oh no, I'm not
0 to
interested in
5.
memories. I need things. I need, well, all of your memories could be valuable. I don't need them tonight, but let me see if I can find a buyer.
Okay, 1 to 5 though, not all of them.
Yes, we'll schedule a date.
Great, yes, because I would love to talk to them. Thank you.
Okay.
I'm
you
gonna
hanging up this phone call?
No, I'm gonna hold on.
Okay, well they hold on too.
Huh.
Just kind of waiting silently on the end of the line.
I wonder if they don't know how to use phones. They're pretty old. I'm gonna wait a little longer.
They wait a little longer too.
Hey Mona, can you put electricity like a little back in the car so I can put the radio on?
Oh. Yeah, sure. I'm not hanging up yet. I put the electricity back in the car.
Okay, yeah. The car starts up. You turn on the radio. Baby, I'm howling for you. And yeah, no, it's a, you crank it up.
Can I hear them breathing?
Yeah, it's kind of creepy.
Hannah, do you like music?
Hannah's got leaves and twigs in her hair, they're sitting inside the trunk, like, what?
Music.
Yeah.
You keep doing you. You're doing a great job with that
I
trunk.
kick out to the back seat through the trunk. Yes. Yeah, Hannah doesn't know the song, but it's like humming and taking the car cushion out and taking that out of the car. Very excited, like, okay, all right, I can reclaim this. I can do this.
Finnegan's just drinking his hard coffee, standing next to Parallax, looking around every so often, wondering if other
Watching us
Parallaxes are
tear this
going to
car
show up.
apart.
Yeah, just enjoy this Irish coffee now. Like, yeah, this is entertaining.
Okay. I'm gonna finally hang up and make one more phone call.
Okay.
I love this spell. I'm gonna call the dead runs. They're mostly dead though. Did they not return on that trip?
You don't know. You never checked. You
Yeah.
returned on that trip.
Yeah, so I'm gonna give him a phone call.
The phone behind the bar of the Emerald Scroll ring. "Ah, avast ye! Who be the scallywag?" says the voice on the other end, which you immediately recognize as Davy Jones.
Davy Jones. Boy, am I glad to hear your voice.
Mona! Ah, where's the bonny lass?
In a lot of trouble, lots of trouble.
What? Of course she is.
Yeah, tell me. How are the dead wrens? I left a time zone?
The dead wrens have seen better days, lass. In fact, it's been about 7 of those days since we last glimpsed ye and the bonny lass set sail upon my boat.
How long has it been in Vermona?
Mona, it's been about 2 days.
Right. Yep, definitely something happened with the time because it's only been 2 days for me, Davy.
Oh, that sounds like the land of dreams and fey magics.
Yeah.
Of course, Ishmael would have been there with you. And Sanjata too, he's the most gifted at sailing the seas of time I know.
So you're telling me Sanjata and Ishmael haven't returned?
No, I was hoping they'd be with ye, lass. And Annie too?
Yeah, no, none of them.
The black mark. It's a dark day.
I'm sorry, Davy. I'm sorry.
And my ship.
Oh, that I know for certain. It died.
Oh!
I'm so sorry,
Never
Davy.
heard a pirate cry before.
Oh, I'll make you a new one, a better one, I promise. A better ship.
You said you promised. Now you gotta do it. And what about me crew?
I speak in Atlantean. I say, I promise I will build you a better, bigger ship.
Oh, she must really mean that.
Well, what can I do for you?
Okay, well, so I'm in a predicament with Angerona of the Emeralds, who's at the Emerald Scroll apparently. But
That's not the Emerald Scroll.
That's what I thought. Tell me more about this, Davy.
Ah, bloody Shadow Chorus. All right. Well, here's how it goes. Once in a long time, you should put me on speakerphone. Everyone ought to hear, he declares.
I put you on speakerphone. I flip the wrench towards everyone and let the sound emit.
This be a tale
Turn the radio down.
adjacent to the sea, but not of the sea, but yet a grand tale no less. Once, many moons ago, the Guardians had this thing they call a labyrinth, a series of logical twists and snares to ensure that the unworthy didn't awaken. They called it things like the Golden Dawn, the Thelmic Orders, and they had a place of legend a place of wonder, and they called it the Emerald Scroll. But the thing is, because they made it so convoluted, no one could find the place. And, well, a few enterprising young minds came up with the bright idea to make the Emerald Scroll a place that you could find. That's us, the Free Council. We Free Counselors stuck it to them because our Emerald Scroll is right on the docks. Anyone can find it. So every landlubber looking for the secrets of the sea could come to us, and the Free Council grew while those masked menaces, they never saw it coming. Happened, maybe a century and a half ago. Well, we've been the Emerald Scroll ever since, and they've been jealous.
As soon as he stops talking, Ermengarde just burst out laughing. Like, just so hard laughing.
What? Who be there? Arr! I'll make you walk the plank.
Are we talking to a pirate? Like a Johnny Depp pirate right now?
Yeah, this is my good friend, Davy Jones. He is a pirate. He's a total cool pirate.
This be a serious matter, lass.
Ask him how much he pays to get his ears pierced. I can't believe this.
I do not ask that. I'm going to say, well, are you saying that there are two Emerald Scrolls? One is your Emerald Scroll, and there's a second hidden one?
This be the first I've heard of the hidden Emerald Scroll, but I've heard many a legend about it. It's supposed to be somewhere along the Freedom Trail in Boston, but those creepy maskers, they had another place that they were known to use, the Hall of Forgetfulness. One of them created it out of his own mind. The oublet, or something similar to that, is the rumor. But I've also heard a rumor that that particular space mage has gone missing. Vanished, taken by the winds.
Do I know who that was?
I guess you could give me an intelligence politics check. You haven't heard about any of the Shadow Chorus going missing.
Okay.
None of this rings any bells for Hannah, right?
Oh gosh, no.
Yeah, no.
This is all nonsense.
Mm-hmm. Hannah is setting some lures in the trunk for small animal spirits to inhabit the trunk.
Oh yeah, you can totally just start calling animal spirits. Are there any particular kinds of animal spirits you want to bring? Maybe ticks?
Ticks?
Yeah.
Oh, for the wolf.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So ticks into the upholstery.
Okay, perfect.
And there could be like some fox cub spirits, maybe some like young adventurous cubs. You can look that in the den of that I've made in the trunk. I forgot the word for trunk because it's just a den now.
Ideal. And yeah, Charlotte, any successes on that politics check?
I got 3.
Ooh, so you don't know them by name, but when you had started blogging about magic, there was a member of the Shadow Chorus who appeared in your room. They just showed up there. And what this probably means is that the Shadow Chorus doesn't have their most powerful space mage right now. What you know is that Davy Jones told you that the Shadow Chorus...
Is that the Guardians of the Veil?
Right. So they were living inside a mind palace of a space mage.
Mm-hmm.
That space mage has gone missing. which means that the Shadow Chorus doesn't have their most powerful space mage. Who knows what happened to that space mage? What you do know is that the Guardians of the Veil, the people who are supposed to keep the order, don't have a space mage, or they don't have that space mage.
Well, thank you for all this information. It definitely helps, and I hope that Ishmael, Anne, and Sinjata come back to you safely.
You're not going to be out there looking for them.
Oh, for sure. Definitely.
I'll take a boat out myself, but I am remiss to leave poor Menelaus here, smoking his pipe all alone.
Oh, well, just know don't go. Yeah, I'm going to say don't go to Salem Shore. There's something with the water that makes everything die, and that's what happened to your last ship.
But that's where they sailed, isn't it?
It is, but I would recommend maybe docking your boat earlier because of the time bubble.
Sometimes old soul like me's gotta sail directly into danger.
You would.
Menelaus, hold down the bar. I'm bringing in the reserves. And you hear the phone hang up.
Ah! I'm gonna take my wrench and throw it into the ground in anger. Frustration. I'm just gonna sit down and just contemplate everything I heard.
Anna flaps out the window. Mona, I fixed the car. There's just leaves and twigs and small animals and just ticks overflowing outside.
I give you a
Cushions
thumbs
are
up.
out.
I give you a thumbs up. I know Betsy's still an option.
Did you call people to help with the whole people coming to kill Parallax situation?
I attempted to. So the one in charge of the actual vow, her name is Mangerona. She's part of the Guardians of the Veil, and she is not reachable at the moment. So I kind of just, talked with almost everyone, like almost all the counselors and Discordia, and got some information also from the Free Council, just gathering information, but I wasn't able to stop our vow and stop the assassins from coming at us. No.
So there's still assassins coming today.
Yes.
Yeah, that's 3 hours now.
In about, I stare at my wrist, 3 hours.
If we were to leave, think they'd follow us?
Maybe, but they'd maybe have trouble finding us since all the space mages are gone.
That's weird.
Well, most of them. I look at Parallax. You didn't know this?
I don't really follow politics.
Oh, yeah. All the space mages are disappearing / being murdered. And I glare at Parallax.
What the hell are they looking at me for? I've been with you the whole time.
You're murdering them.
I'm not murdering them. God.
Finnegan's like, yeah, it's all the other Parallaxes.
Maybe we should do something to make sure. Parallax, do you want to look like Parallax if there's other Parallaxes?
No, I'm not going to change what
Would
I
that be
look like
helpful?
just because. No, I am definitely not doing
No,
that. I'm proud of what I look like, and
And what's her
Out of the
face is
question.
also a life mage. She'd know.
Well, what's really like discouraging is that the Numian could fix all of this if only we knew where he was, because the Numian's in charge of the whole, you know, counselors, and the hierarch, you know, could really.
The Numian?
Yeah. The Numian. He's
So
gone
in
missing. He's
charge
been,
of stuff?
yeah. He's in charge of all 5 counselors, and he could put an end to all of this. He's been missing though, because was he a space mage as well, Rudy?
I believe he was a life mage.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, he's missing. And the weird thing is, his hair is in our cabal house.
And I was just gonna look at Parallax.
Yeah, I'm glaring at you. It's like, yeah, it's so weird that the Nemean is missing. Huh, Hannah?
Oh, I
How
hear that.
weird.
I hear that tone of voice. What do you know about the Nemean, Hannah?
So there was a bunch of cats, like 30 cats. And one of the cats might have been the Nemean. And then he tried to kill me though. But then he wasn't the Nemean. But he definitely was the Nemean. He might be living on a lake. He's Trevor May. Tiny lady, super sweet. May. Dorothy's mentor.
That old lady. Are you saying that the Nemean is in a lake in the back of our woods?
Well, it's not right. It's a bit of a hike.
What are they doing there?
They are. Well, I'm mostly eating cheese and being very confusing.
Why aren't they taking place in the council?
They're messing up our woods a little bit, but actually, I look at the car. Where car? Do you know where the one who gave you those scratches is?
The wheels.
You track them down. I can't believe I'm saying this. We could go for a drive.
To the Nemean? Yes. They could fix all of this.
I don't know if the car likes the Nemean or hates the Nemean, but where car can find the Nemean, maybe.
Let's do it. And the Nemean's May?
Yes, but also no, but also yes. Mostly yes. I'm not sure if the Nemean is May or May is a Nemean. It could be that neither of them are each other.
Well, that clarifies things. I go try to sit in the car.
Dick car?
It's fine. The ticks need blood. You have blood. You don't need all of your blood. It's Hannah just gets into.
Who's driving wolf car?
Oh, does someone need to drive that?
I mean, I think Ethel was sitting in the driver's seat because she was playing with the radio.
That's true.
Is the car going to drive itself?
Oh. Car, do
In the
you
back.
need a foot on the pedal?
You think that the car doesn't need, but if it's driving itself, it'll be consuming essence to do so.
Someone's should probably drive it. Probably
Yeah.
better to have a little bit more control. I don't entirely trust this car, but it's better. It's got, it's a step in the right direction.
I mean, I never got my license, but I'd like to try. And Ethyl buckles herself into the front seat.
I sit back and cross my arms. I also buckle up.
All right. I'll be in if no one's in shotgun, I'll get in shotgun and not put my seatbelt on and just.
Right. I should probably follow you in my car.
I'm going to put a Forces helmet on.
Oh, someone should close the trunk and warn the pups in the trunk they should bed down a bit.
I'm gonna ride with you, Brother Finnegan. Yeah.
Right, I haven't been drinking that much. Just a little bit to start the day.
Parallax, don't you have to be with us for
I mean, as long as you stay close by, it should be fine.
Maybe Mona, you want to come drive this car for us?
Sure, I'd love to. I jump out.
Only
Parallax,
the politics come with you.
It will be fine. I've watched our driver do it dozens of times.
life and death taken on the road?
Okay, so I'm going to have the drivers roll a dexterity drive check, but the wolf car is going to add a +4 bonus to this roll.
Like just add 4, roll 4 extra dice.
Roll 4 extra dice.
And it was, dexterity.
Drive. Alternately, it could be wits drive.
All the same. Good thing there's that 4.
Okay. The car basically drives itself, but it is not a smooth ride in Wolf Car, which peels around into the road and then starts driving the opposite way. You can kind of like control it, but the steering wheel is moving of its own accord, wresting control away from you every so often to swerve down a backwards road. It's kind of the way that you were going towards the median before, but you went through the woods, and then at one point, the car abruptly stops, does a 180, almost spins out on the road, and drives back past the red car. Mona, with your excellent driving skills, you manage to stop before you lose it and twist after it. You're driving down the same roads that you were before, and I'm going to have, gosh, so many names. Hannah, roll a wits plus composure check. And alternately, Ethyl Stubbs, you could roll wits composure -2. Because you're distracted by driving. One success. Okay.
3 successes.
Okay. So the car starts speeding along, and it keeps taking these abrupt turns, staying on wooded roads, but you're pretty sure that it's headed north. And then, Hannah, you figure it out first. The car is chasing this massive bird of prey, flying above, weaving in between the trees. Every so often, the bird changes, stops being on a road, and flies off. But the wolf car mostly sticks to roads, if you could call these roads. They're New England roads. No one's paved them.
We are being observed, led on. So that bird's really high up, but could I do like a turn bird into not bird?
If you look
That'd be
with your life sight, it looks as though there's an active life spell all around it.
Can I determine what kind of life spell that, or would that be a prime sort of deal?
You could kind of try to determine what kind of. Yeah, roll me a. It'd be a life plus gnosis -5.
Oh,
And of course, you could spend willpower to reduce that.
yeah, I would spend a willpower to figure out. I want to know, like, is that what I really want to know is that Nemi and May, or did Nemi and May put a spell on a bird? So if I spend a willpower, I get 3 back.
Yep.
So 1, 2, 3 successes.
All right, with 3 successes, you're pretty sure that is an awakened bird, that is a mage. It's probably the Nemean. You don't know too many other people who can turn themselves into giant, super fast birds.
Or that was around to attack Werecar.
Or that was around to attack Werecar.
Um,
And yeah, it is leading you on a merry chase right now. Gonna need another drive check for Ermengarde to stay on the trail. It's still with that +4 bonus as Wolfcar seeks out the scent.
I yell through your radio. Why do we keep changing directions?
we're on a wild hawk chase.
Wow, 4 successes. You are keeping pace with that bird. And it flies for about 25 minutes before it comes to this fence. The fence has a gate, and Werecar goes to smash right through that gate as the bird flies over.
I would like to force magic the wind, the air, so the bird cannot fly.
Okay, you can totally do that. Roll me a forces plus gnosis check.
Do we want to do that though?
Wouldn't you do like gravity,
They're leaning
pull it down?
somewhere.
You could also control gravity too.
1 success.
Okay. So with 1 success, you are making turbulent winds for it, but you're also driving this car, so you're having to try to target your effort, and it's not working perfectly. It's very capable at flying, it seems. Ethyl, are you going through the gate?
Oh yeah,
Okay.
not my car.
As Wolfcar smashes through the gate, you all see a sign for Witch Hollow Farm.
I stop at the gate.
Okay. You, Finnegan, and Parallax stop as Hannah and Ethyl drive into this quiet little farm. It's wooded. And does anyone have a mage sight up?
I have spirit sight on all the time.
Okay.
Me too. I prime all the time.
I don't think I
Um,
took the death one down, so.
okay. So you would have noticed probably before you got here, then, Mona, that the Ouroboros is here. It
Yeah.
hangs above you in the sky. And in fact, this is directly underneath it. This is the middle where the snakes connect.
Mm.
And we're going to stop there for the night.
You
Yeah.
can see it on the map.
I was totally gonna stop to see if there were spells and if there's a force field we were gonna go through, but no, it was that.
Right where they cross.
Right where they cross. That's right.
Right there.
That's a really good.
Yeah.
They're my crazy mage notes.
I'm gonna have some words with the Nemean about this. I have some feelings about maybe the Nemean May are not good guys.
What?
I could have told you that. I mean, especially
Oh,
that
man.
Nemo guy.
Yeah, Numa, he's not the nicest. But he did pick up my phone call, which I was surprised about.
He offered to tutor me.
But yeah, so everyone obviously gains a beat. And I also think that you all gain an arcane beat as well as you stumble back into the clutches of the Ouroboros. For figuring out Wolfcar, I'm going to give a beat to Hannah and to Ethel because it's the first time you've seen a spirit car / driven a spirit car.
Good driving.
And I'm going to give a beat to Mona for having all those phone calls.
Yay.
That was pretty awesome.
Yeah, I think it's 2 beats because you actually learned quite a bit in that whole situation.
Yeah. And then one of my aspirations was to track the Nemean with the hair. Does this count since we're tracking it?
Yeah, I think this counts as tracking the Nemean.
So that's a beat?
That's a beat. And you can change that aspiration.
So 2 of my aspirations. One is reestablish happy spirits at Covenant House. And another one is tilt balance back to nature. Does rehabilitating Werecar count towards either of those?
I think that one of those is a beat. Yeah, you can take a beat for that. And as always, you can switch out whichever one you take a beat for and make it a new aspiration.
Cool.
Well, I hope all of your real world aspirations are fulfilled. We are going to have a Discord now. So I'm going to have a Discord link below this YouTube video. And yeah, like, subscribe, do all those things. Or if you're listening to this as a podcast, as about 20 people do every week, then I don't know. Just give us a like wherever you're listening on podcasts.
Now, what's the point of a Discord channel? What does that do?
We're going to build a community with our fans.
Oh, okay.
They're going to go there and talk about memes with us.
Oh, you'll see pictures of our cats.
Oh, yeah. Can it just be everyone's cats? That'd be nice.
Yeah, there's actually a
Victoria.
sub channel just for cats.
Yay! That's what we really want. That's great. I took a really nice picture of our cat this weekend, so I'm going to post that.
Cat pictures, that's what matters.
Yay!
All right, have a wonderful week.